Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure, a live stream back with Mr. Brooke Schneider, and let's talk crypto. What a week it has been, folks. We've been going down, we've been going up, we've been going sideways, back down, back up, and back sideways. So, anyways, last week's live stream, we were over 100,000, and it dropped down to 92 Bitcoin. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the week, next live stream, it's back up again. And it is, but not quite at 100,000, hovering around the 96,800 mark. But yeah, so the 92 floor, which I was expecting, because there was so many buy orders at 92 that I didn't think it would break that wall to go down below 92, and it sort of went like 92,800, 91,800, and then just shot up because the amount of buy orders. So that's what happened with crypto, with Bitcoin. And who else ended up taking a drop? All the altcoins. I don't think there was a single one that was up last Monday. A lot of them dropped 20, 25%. Some of the altcoins dropped even more than 40% last week. And looks like they're starting to make a nice rebound. So, because I think it's the strategic Bitcoin reserves that are coming in America. And right now, as of today, my last count was there's 25 US states now applied to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve and invest somewhere between 5 and 10% of their financial earnings into Bitcoin.
Into Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah. So that it looks like to me that the US states are front running the US government. They're like, if this bill gets passed for the strategic Bitcoin reserve, in the House and the Senate, for the US government of 1 million coins, they're going to buy over 5 years, 200,000 per year. We want to get on it while the price is still down. So I think that's what's caused the rebound in Bitcoin and the crypto market, because if you read these bills that they're submitting, Brooke, it says that they can invest in crypto. It doesn't say specifically Bitcoin. So they can invest in ETH, SOL, XRP, whoever they choose. So I think that's helping, they could do it in, anything, but I think that's what's keeping the crypto market up right now and stopped it going below 92. And a lot of those that went down by 20 to 40% are now, making gains back almost to where they were. Just to give you a rundown, I mean, ETH right now is at 2,637. SOL is at 203, so back above the 200 mark. And XRP is currently trading at $2.40. Just to give you some of the top ones. So they are making a bit of a comeback. And for the state of Utah, okay, it's already passed the House. I said last week, my favorite to get there first, the first state that's going to approve the strategic Bitcoin reserve would be Utah. And that's already passed the House. So it's now got to go in front of the Senate. I can't see anything there stopping it. It looks like it's going to sail through. And then the state of Utah, followed by Arizona, will be the first two states to adopt a strategic Bitcoin reserve. What say you, Mr. Schneider?
What say me?
Yes.
I'd like the game back on.
You
want to put the game back on?
No, Kansas City's losing.
Oh,
right
that's
now.
because, see, he's cheering for Kansas City and I'm cheering for Philly. Oh, there we go. Okay, what happened here?
I don't know.
Commercial. Once the states, they're actually front running the federal government. I suspect the feds are already buying because they're not going to announce a Bitcoin reserve and then go buy. You know what I mean? They're going to, as soon as that announcement comes, the price is going to jump.
Can't do though. And here's the reason why. It's got to pass in the House and the Senate before the president can actually buy.
I think he's got discretionary income. They say apparently 10 billion he's got per year. Well, that'll buy a bit of Bitcoin.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, no, you got a point. They got, for any big buys, they got to have that approved.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think the U.S. states are going to front run the U.S. government. I think it's going to take the full length of the 100 days of the new administration before they can get this approved through the House and Senate.
Yeah.
So by that time, you could potentially have half the United States already front running the U.S. government and buying it. And my predictions are as follows, guys. I see, let's say half of those that applied get approved. So from the 25 that have applied, are applying for it right now,
half they'll
we'll just
get
say,
approved.
Let's put it on the low ball. All right, let's just say that only half of them get approved. 12, 13 states. That's going to send Bitcoin to 250,000 a coin.
Well, I don't know about that there, Junior, but
I think it will.
Okay,
5 to 10%, and the pension funds getting in on top of it, which is what Arizona is asking for. I can see it easily taking it to 250. If the U.S. government passes between the Dems and the Republicans in the House and the Senate for the strategic Bitcoin reserve, you're talking 500,000 plus.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Very nice.
I think listen,
that'd be some life-changing chips on the table.
And it's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you step back, hopefully everybody watching this has done research on Bitcoin. So that's what we're talking about today. It's kind of a no-brainer. You get into Bitcoin now. This price at 96, I don't care if it's, 86 or 106, it's on sale. You buy it and you hold it, because what's happening, this confluence of states, sovereign wealth funds, government, Bitcoin reserves getting set up on corporations, it's just going to cascade tremendously in the next few months. You're going to see the demand skyrocket. And with this limited supply, the OTC desks are running out. The miners aren't selling. They're mining 450 coins a day. Well, the demand's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 some days. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a no-brainer. You just simply buy and hold. And I know we'll be sitting here 6 months from now. Hope you guys all got in back when we suggested it. So yeah, that's and why do it? Hey, it's life-changing chips, they call it. Once in a lifetime, possibly. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So let's get started with the live stream to see who we got online.
Tony Montana, good morning, Cooper, Darlene, Brooke, and Jackie. Hope all is well, and you're looking good with your new teeth, Cooper.
And thank you, Tony.
Give us a smile with those new choppers. There he is. Yeah, they do look good. Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning to you, Mike.
Live and learn with Mike again. The crypto rocket is getting ready to take off in a few more weeks. Correct, Mundo?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see new all-time highs in the month of February. That's my prediction. We're going to hit above 109, which was the last all-time high with the Bitcoin.
Yep.
And it tends to drag the altcoins with it. So when Bitcoin's on a run, the altcoins go on a run too.
Yeah.
So good for everybody.
Jeff Sigler, hello, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene, Jackie. Hope everyone is doing well. We are, Jeffy.
And thank you, Jeff. We are.
David, hello. Good morning, Coop, Darlene, Brooke, and Jackie, and CTA crew. See you at Route 66 for the breakfast meetup today.
Yeah.
Great food there. Later on this morning, I hit the like button. Someone should tell everyone to hit the like button.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see you there, David.
Yeah, we'll be there at 11 o'clock this morning.
All are welcome. Ice Cream Lover 2.0. I have subscribed to the channel. I have appointments subscribed to your channel. Okay.
You have an appointment to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. It's free. It says to subscribe. Sorry, I still have a lisp here. I'm still getting used to the new teeth in my mouth. But yeah, it's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Jeff Sigler, Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. If anyone's interested, well, I'm very interested. Yeah.
As commercial.
I didn't know anybody would be watching this live stream today because the game's on.
Yeah, I said to Brooke, I said, don't be disappointed if we ain't got a lot of people on because the Super Bowl is on.
The only time I'll be disappointed is when that channel does not show the game. Okay?
Yeah.
Just so we're perfectly clear. I messaged Coop this morning. I says, are you going to be showing the game on the TV? We can mute it at the back. Okay, yeah. All right, what's Duke doing these days? What is Duke doing?
I don't know.
Any guesses on Misty distribution this month, over or under January's? Apparently, it's going to be a little bit over, but time will tell. So,
because there's been a lot of volatility right now in Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's not the highest volatility, but not the lowest. So it'll be a good payout, and more people are getting into it. MSTY is Misty, who we're talking about here. So it tracks the volatility of MicroStrategy. So now it's called Strategy B, I think it's called.
Yeah, Strategy B.
Changed the name. So, yep. That's the guess on that. Jeff, the guesstimate is 234. Okay, there we go, guys.
Per share. So that's good.
And I think it's coming out less than a week, guys, the payout. TC, 23-0.
Nope, 24 now.
24-0. Yeah,
24-0.
That's a bit of a wipeout.
Yeah, second quarter and 1:35 left on the clock.
So just so we're clear here, guys, I am cheering for Philly. Who are you cheering for?
Kansas City.
Oh, well, you'll be a sad camper.
Ain't over till the fat lady sings.
That's correct. And you know that Mahomes guy? I was telling Cooper earlier, watch out. That guy in the second half, he's done crazy things. So you never rule him out. You're right. DJ on the bounce. Morning, all. Misty will be over last month, but I suspect still less than $3. Yeah, but that payout, guys, is phenomenal. Anything over $2 on a $27, $28 stock per month is crazy. And guys, here we know a lot of subscribers that, and obviously, listen, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's because of us.
Yeah,
they've bought into this Misty, and they're getting their dividends, and they're tickled pink.
Oh yeah.
So
it's so a good way of playing the crypto market and earning a monthly income.
Yeah.
So if you're sort of shy on buying a whole coin, or part of a coin of Bitcoin or ETH, or any of the other coins out there, it's a good play to get a monthly return on your investment.
Yeah, just to be clear, Bubba was the first guy to introduce that. And I initially thought it was, oh, God, that's too good to be true.
Yeah.
But I did watch that for quite a few months. Bubba's been in it almost a year now. And, the more I watched that and researched it, the more, there is something here because they're not really relying on the price of the stock. They're relying on strictly the volatility.
Correct.
And that stays high, this volatility. And that's why they can pay these premiums. So all in all, and so yeah, Bubba, hats off to Bubba for introducing that. And then, just a simple channel explaining to people what the options were. And we always counter that with saying, do your own research because, we're not here to give financial advice. We're just a couple guys on the internet saying, hey, this is what we're doing. So,
yeah, to earn extra money in our retirement in Thailand.
Yeah. Richard Duger, there's...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Bubba, good morning from the United States. Misty all the way, $2.30 a share. Okay, so Bubba knows. He follows.
Is that Bubba?
Yeah, it's Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
How you doing? Send us those pictures, Bubba. I want to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you. Hopefully he was listening there. What's Duke doing these days? I'm going to take the Misty distribution and pilot into NVIDIA. Well, that's the same. That's also a yield max ETF NVDY, but it tracks the volatility of NVIDIA.
Okay.
Which is not as high, but still pays a monthly. So hourly chart looking to print a buy signal. Okay, so he's following the technicals. Duke is.
Yeah.
Live and learn with Mike. I've been buying more coin on the low.
And so did I. I
Good.
got rid of my Clean Spark and I bought some more Tesla because Tesla took a nice dip as well.
Yeah.
The whole stock market took a dip, so it was a great time to buy. And I've also boosted my MicroStrategy bag a little bit.
Yeah.
So getting there.
What I did this week, obviously we both follow James Invest Answers religiously. And I was watching one of the videos and I actually had to go back through a couple times because he's mentioned over the months about getting a percentage in SpaceX. And it's very hard because it's not a publicly traded company. But he found a company that actually has a percentage. I think it's 16% of SpaceX.
Right.
And they were one of the original, call it venture capitalists or contributors to get it going. And it's called Neptune Digital Assets, NDA. And it's actually traded in Canada and the US. So I bought a bit of that stock, this past week. That was about the only trade I did.
What was the stock price?
It's cheap. It's down around $2 Canadian.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
a share.
Yeah, and it's the US is like, I don't know, $1.30, but yeah, so you're not tying a lot of money, but it's kind of like James says, he'll take 1% of his total and put it into these risky stuff. I call it risky. Yeah, who knows what will happen with it, but anyways, it just sit there and I'll just, forget about it.
Yeah,
let's see what happens someday.
Well, right now Tesla is doing something pretty good. I saw a commercial just before the live stream while watching the Super Bowl. And what they've done is they've teamed up with T-Mobile in the US. And from now until I think it's June or July, I saw on the commercial, they're giving anybody that wants it in the US a free trial to use Starlink.
Oh, wow.
Through T-Mobile. So check it out because, it's worldwide and no roaming costs. So if you're coming here for a vacation, there you go. You don't need to pay, roaming fees while you're here in Thailand. You can use the Starlink.
If I'm glad I don't hold shares in Verizon or AT&T or
they're saying you can do it with any network in the US.
Yeah, so when you get companies like this Starlink that they're going to bypass all the traditional cell companies. And Elon, that guy's a smart guy, man, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's Marcel Bender. Hello from Phuket. Always excited to listen to you guys. Oh, well, thank you,
Marcel from Phuket, for coming on and joining us. I hear it's very, very busy down there with tourists.
Yeah. I think, we've had people come from Phuket here, and I think they like it here, jumped in. There's Richard Duggar. Baba, I sold Coney and NVIDIA and bought all Misty. Oh, he's going all in.
He's going all in on Misty.
All in. Now, Richard, don't be getting greedy.
He's got some big dividend checks, Bubba.
Yeah,
he's happy with it. So he's like, oh, I want more.
Well, yeah, I guess he's figuring, hey, just go in, go big.
Exactly.
What's Duke doing these days? Anyone doing the flywheel method, holding different yield max stocks that turns out paying you every week and using the payout to dump into the next week's stock distribution? Yeah, there's probably some people. I know Bubba was happy that he was getting a weekly check. I think 3 out of 4 weeks a month he was getting a check.
Wow.
So he was doing because some of them pay out, like they pay monthly, but sometimes it's the first week of the month. Others are the second. Others are the third.
Got you. Yeah.
So it's still once a month, but you're rotating, so you're getting something each week. But sounds like Bubba's maybe decided to go all in on Misty, so that'll be once a month. But hey, when it's paying out like that, man, it's crazy prices. So
yeah, I mean, what is the current price of Misty? What's it like?
I think around
27?
27, 28 area. It's kind of
Yeah.
hovering in there, but you got to figure you're not quite getting 10% a month on your money. So say they're getting 9% or 8.5. I mean, you compound that over a year, you're doubling your money.
Exactly.
You know, so and you still own your stock. So hello, that's
No
yeah,
brainer
Bubba's done
there.
well with it. So is anyone that actually said it. DJ on the bounce. I have a selection from each group. There you go. PLTY, Palty is also incredible, but high cost right now. Yeah, Palantir, that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's tracking the volatility of Palantir. So that's good. Yep. John P, if crypto goes to the moon, no more budget hotels for me there in Thailand. I'm going to rent a luxury condo with an ocean view.
There you go.
Well,
And Brooke and I were on the balcony about 30 minutes ago on my balcony here behind Mr. Schneider. And we could see lots and lots of condos going up, getting built right now as we speak.
yeah.
The Riviera, which is a very popular condo group here in Thailand, they have 4 between Jomtien and Pattaya, and also Wongamat. And they're building another 2. So they're building a brand new one, Monaco, which is going up at Pradamak Hill. And then they just announced another new one going up on Jomtien Second Road. So, wow, you know, they're building the new Copacabana just across from us, you know. We can see it just going up above the buildings. Lots and lots and lots of properties getting built here, left, right, and center. I mean, there's probably about 30, 40 new ones going up as we speak. So there's not going to be a shortage of condos, and therefore it helps keep the price down. So
I think
excellent
so. Yeah. Yeah.
for
No,
retiring in Thailand on your crypto earnings.
correct. You can see these cranes, as Coop mentioned, all over the skyline.
Mhm.
So every time you see those cranes, they're not sitting there idle. They're
No,
building something. So interesting. Yeah, it's a good future ahead, I think. Greg Smits, good morning, everyone. I'm watching the Super Bowl, but it's halftime. Yeah,
yeah, the halftime show's now coming on.
I'm not big on
as we
halftime
speak.
shows.
Yeah, some of them are good. Yeah.
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 I like the game, and actually I really like the commercials typically,
Mhm.
because you see ones there that you don't see the rest of the year. you
Yeah.
know, and they're quite funny, a lot of them.
Yeah, they got some good commercials sometimes.
Excuse me. Tony Montana, Misty is at 2709. Yep. There you go. So I think it's been down around 25 to 31 is the range the last couple months. So
Mhm.
yep, it's still definitely a big payout. What's Duke doing these days? Brooke, since you've been in Thailand for several years now, going on about 2 years, is your TFSA room still increasing each year? Yes. So I do file, my Canadian taxes, and they, you get, I think this year was 7,000 additional room. I pretty well keep mine maxed out as soon as, the room opens. I'll make the contributions. So that's the one that grows tax free in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't get any deduction putting money in, but whenever you pull out money, it's tax free.
Mhm.
And when you pull money out, they actually increase the amount you can put in the following year.
Okay.
So it just keeps steadily going up, even if you do pull money out. So, but yeah, that's about the only tax break Canadians get.
Right.
And rumors have it they're trying to look at how they can
I know
counteract
absolutely
that.
nothing about the Canadian tax rules.
Well, you better
For
learn.
investing. I'm not a Canadian citizen.
We
Why
might be the 51st state, Junior.
Yeah, and then you have to adopt our rules.
Well, we'll see about that. Richard Duger, there's Bubba. With all 3, I had Misty, NVIDIA, and Coney. I made most of my money with Misty. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the highest payer right now.
The highest payer. Yep. Yeah. The thing about diversification, though, is, if one were to falter, see, when you put all your eggs in one basket, like with Misty,
Mhm.
if the stock price goes down $2-3, oh my God, that's a big hit. Where the others don't necessarily do that, so you're diversified. But the payouts have been good. He's seen it for over a year, so he's made a decision. Hey, I'm going all in on Misty.
You think about it, Brooke. The U.S. bond market pays an annual interest rate of 4%. 4%. And here you go. You got people like Bubba here gone into Misty, and they're getting between 7 and 10% a month. A month
Getting
return.
double that in 1 month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's a fantastic investment.
Yeah.
It really is.
Stephen Boston, good morning, CBDJ and gang from Australia. Great show. My favorite 3 topics: retirement, Bitcoin, and Thailand. See you in July.
And my favorite 3 topics too. Hey, we got a lot in common there.
Well, I've told a few of the subscribers, I says, just keep, should I be buying Bitcoin yeah, it's always on sale. And here's the good news. Your retirement date will continually move up the more Bitcoin you buy. So if you want to retire early, just keep buying more and more.
There was a guy on X, and he's been buying $30 a Bitcoin every day for 8 years. $30.
$900 a month.
Yeah, he's now a multimillionaire.
Makes sense.
Just by DCAing into Bitcoin.
Yeah, he's been doing that obviously a few years. So
yeah.
I saw a posting, and this obviously was from 12, 13 years ago. And it was a chess club. And they were having prizes. There was a big tournament. And the first prize was $500. Second prize, I think, was $250. Third prize was $100. And then the 4th to the 8th prize, 25 Bitcoin.
Really?
Yeah, they were like $2 back then.
Yeah.
And so they were giving the, 4th to the 8th place finishers 25 Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
At that time, a $50 price.
That'd be $2.5 million.
Yeah, so somebody got it, probably forgot about it, and wonder where the hell are those Bitcoin? They're like, what is that, 2.5 million now?
Almost. Yeah. Wow. Shit. I wish I was in that.
Yeah, tournament. Wouldn't that be something?
I would have been happy to come 10th place.
I would have rather come than win that. Tony Montana, good evening. Bubba, it was nice talking to you yesterday. Take care. Yep. Bubba stays in touch. What's Duke doing these days? Pretty sure there's a rule that says TFSA room can't increase if the person is outside of Canada. My friend working in Korea mistakenly let his bank know, and they made him cash out his TFSA account. Yeah, what you're referring to there, Duke, is if you become a non-resident of Canada, you basically have to, you're not going to possibly get that room increase. That's where you'd want to check with an accountant on that. So the key is you do not want to become a non-resident.
Okay, so how do you stay a resident then?
Well, you maintain an address in Canada. Okay, so number one. Closer ties to Canada, like you have bank accounts, you own property, just different things that will indicate where you are considered a tax resident. Filing taxes in your home country is obviously important.
Right.
Okay, so these are all the things that my accountant has said to do, which I do, and that's why this you'll be okay doing that as a Canadian. Now, some people prefer to be non-residents simply because, hey, they don't want to pay Canadian taxes anymore. But in that case, you're going to lose a lot of the, let's say, so-called benefits, healthcare and, tax savings and that. And in cases, you might even have to collapse some of your retirement accounts to, they want their tax money now if you're, totally, dissecting your Canadian ties, let's say.
Okay.
What's Duke doing these days? It was a StarCraft tournament. Okay, so
the chess tournament.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought it was chess. It was StarCraft. That's right. It was mentioned.
Okay.
I never heard of StarCraft.
No.
DJ on the bounce. It is nice to get paid every week, but these months when Misty pays twice are my favorite. Oh yeah, July is going to be a nice one. Yeah, so I think 2 months a year
they have those two payments.
Yeah, because I think it's every 4 weeks.
Yeah,
so twice a year you'll get that extra week in the month, and then you get double payments that month.
Nice.
Whoops. What's Duke doing? Richard Duggar, my dividend's going to pay my new house off by the end of next year and the car off this year. So Bubba's got a plan. He's buying a house and a new vehicle, and his dividends are going to pay off those two.
Good way to do it.
Yeah.
Excellent way.
Bubba, just so you know, and I know you're listening now, you make sure you save enough for your taxes, because those dividends, they're taxed at regular income rates. So there, you're not getting any credits or anything like that. So just be careful.
But when you're getting 7 to 10% return per month on your investment, I got no problem with paying 2% tax on that, of the total amount coming in.
2%? No, you're going to be paying
from the 7, so to bring it down to like 5%.
Well, yeah, it could be as high as 30, 40%, depending on your tax rates. But I told Bobby he should budget at least 2 months a year for taxes. So, there's payments you're not going to be able to make other than those 2 months. Other than that, all right, what's Duke doing these days? Canada is like the US. If you stop being their tax slave, they will tally your total wealth and charge you an exit tax. Yeah, it's basically an exit tax should you want to become a non-resident. But I'm sure it's the same in the States or any country.
It is.
But yeah. Live and learn with Mike. If people think that they can't become wealthy from crypto, they need to wake up. I have a friend who is 3.5 million ahead of the game.
Yeah. Crypto is going to be around for a long time. It's going to be here in 5 years. It's going to be here in 10 years. I was watching one of our favorite financial individuals on YouTube, and I always forget his name. The guy with the quiet voice, the black hair, and the glasses. You know who I'm talking about, Brooke.
Wow,
yeah, he's sort of quiet guy, but he always talks about crypto. And he's been following it and reporting on it for about 8 years. And anyways, he brought out an interesting fact. He said no stock on the U.S. stock exchange that has over $2 trillion capital,
market cap
has ever gone bust.
No,
none. And what's Bitcoin at? 2.1.
Bingo.
So he's saying Bitcoin's here. It's not going anywhere.
No.
It's something that is excellent to invest in the long term. And with all these U.S. states, the 25 that we got that are currently applied for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, the U.S. government wanted to do it. Samson Mao has reported that the UAE has already started building their bag.
Yes.
China is building their bag.
Yes.
Russia has announced they're going to start trading in crypto because of all the sanctions against them.
Yep.
And they're mining Bitcoin like crazy in Russia. And Germany just announced they're applying for a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the last 48 hours.
What a bunch of bozos
and
they were.
They
sold at 40, 44, I think it was.
What a stupid bunch. But
and everybody was telling him that at the time.
Don't sell.
Don't do it. No.
Yeah.
You'll be buying back later and double the. And sure enough,
they're going to be buying back at double, triple the price.
Stupid is stupid.
Because by the time it gets approved in Germany, and the cogs move very slow in the German government, I lived in Germany for a number of years, and I got to tell you, it'll get approved, but it's going to be late to the game, So with all these countries, trying to front run the U.S. government, because they can see the writing on the wall, they have people that know people that know people, that are working in the House or in the Senate, and what their opinion is and how's the bill going to progress. And they know they got insiders. So they're trying to front run it. And these people that see Bitcoin go to 109,000 and then it drops down to 92 and it bounces back up to 100 this week, and then it sort of goes back down to 96, 97, that are selling, aren't looking at the writing on the wall where this thing is going. In 6 months' time, by August, we could be very well way over $200,000 of Bitcoin.
Easily.
Altcoins could, quadruple by then. Bitcoin is probably going to double, triple, altcoins quadruple plus. So it is a fantastic time to be in the crypto market. This year, exciting things are coming for crypto this year.
Yeah, altcoins to me are gambling.
Mm.
So I'm probably like 1%, 2% max, probably 1% max into altcoins of my portfolio. So Bitcoin, I know with certainty. So that's 99%, along with Tesla. I mean, obviously that's the AI play for us, but yeah. Coop, there'll be naysayers. There's been naysayers at 20,000, 50,000, 100,000.
Yeah.
There'll be naysayers at 200. Oh, Bitcoin's going broke and it's at 200.
There'll be naysayers at 1 million.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Forget the FUD, just buy and hold. DJ on the bounce. This is awesome, Richard. Misty is paying for my three current months in Thailand. There you go. So he's got Misty paying his retirement here.
Exactly.
Robert Pierpont, Misty is just 13 payments per year, 52 weeks per year. Yeah, okay. 13 payments. Okay, well then yeah. I guess one extra month then. One extra payment per year. I thought there was 2. I already got 25,000 put up for taxes, says Bubba, and going to take out 90% of my money of dividends to pay off house and car and reinvest 10%. So Bubba's back there working, I think, and going to live off what he, makes for,
before he comes back out to
before
Thailand.
he comes back out. But he's taking his dividends, paying off his house pretty damn quick and his car to boot. So
exactly.
Well done, Bubba. Mark Hanna, Take One Videos. Are Bitcoin reserves by sovereignty states really a good thing? I am not convinced that it is in the long run. Short run, yes, but long run. Well, depends on your view for the long run. If you think Bitcoin's going to be higher in 5 years or 10, it probably is a good investment. I personally think it will be.
Yeah.
So, and I think you'll see these sovereign states consider that the same as I do, that it is a good investment for the long run. So that's why they'll be getting into it.
It's going to make the price run like there is no tomorrow.
Yeah.
When these nation states really start buying and the 25 US states really start buying, and then the pension funds get in, China and Russia, Europe, all these are really going to, boost it, Bitcoin's price to unbelievable levels, I believe, in the short term, Mark. And I agree with you 100% on that. And by the way, Mark, I watched an interesting video on YouTube yesterday with you in it.
Oh, wow.
He was on Retired Working for You, and he was staying in a condo in Bangkok. And I sat there and watched the whole video yesterday. I know Mark personally. He's a nice guy. And I'd seen it pop up on my screen a few times, as recommended by YouTube, but I never watched it because I was always quite busy. Well, I had the time yesterday. I thought, yeah, let's watch it and see how it went. Fantastic interview. Really, really good interview. He said, and he played a song on a guitar for Retired Working for You YouTube channel. And he said, when I get there, I'm going to buy you a beer. And they're sitting there on this balcony terrace in this tower in Bangkok. And there you go. He's sitting there having a Leo each.
Good.
So it was a really, really good video. I enjoyed it.
Good. Jeff Sigler, if only I had invested all that money I got from US aid into Bitcoin.
Well, there's a touchy topic.
Oh,
we don't want to get into that. There's a lot of arguing going around about US aid right now. I'm staying off of that topic.
You hear some of these ridiculous payments.
No, stay off of it.
Okay,
stay off of it. Skip.
We'll leave that for another day.
Mark.
Okay, Mark Hanna. Sorry, it will make the prices run, but liquidity will be diminished. I don't know. Prices will run. There'll always be a supply and demand. People think, well, what happens when the OTC desks run out of coins? What are they going to do? The price will go up and more coins will come to the desks. That's the supply and demand. That's the free market. And you'll always have liquidity with a free market, supply and demand.
Right now, there's a lot of liquidity in the market.
Yeah, and I think there will continue to be Yeah, going forward.
They're looking for the next big run so they can jump on it.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
So when Bitcoin's 500,000, there'll be lots and lots of buyers because they think it's going to 1,000,000.
Yeah.
And there'll be sellers taking life chips off the table and thinking, oh no, it's going to go back
to 100,000.
Yeah, 100, 250, whatever. I'm selling now. So, that makes a market. It's a free market. So not to worry. It's just, I think long term, because of the limited supply and the demand will be ever increasing. When you've got these companies with 100 billion in cash, 50 billion in cash, and they start to realize, Jesus, my purchasing power is diminishing. I better invest this in something hard. Bitcoin's the way to go. Then you're going to see it, take off even more. Robert Pierpont, how come you guys are not watching the Super Bowl? Well, we actually are. It's
right
halftime. We got the screen on. It's muted, so
Yeah.
there's no sound, and
Yeah.
we're keeping one
So
eye on
yeah,
each.
we are watching it on the big screen. I'll just turn the camera around. There you go. It's halftime there, and there's the big screen there. Go all the way around. There you go. You can see it. Halftime commercial.
Yeah. What's Duke doing these days? Liquidity would be diminished if you're trying to unload hundreds of Bitcoins at that time. At 1 million plus a Bitcoin, liquidity would be in for trading sats.
Because I don't think there's many people. There'd be many Bitcoin left to buy. You'd be buying sats. You'd be buying satoshis.
Most likely
Parts of a Bitcoin.
Yeah. When you got to pay $1 million for one coin, you're not going to have 1,000 coin lots trading like you do today.
Exactly.
That's not going to happen. So it'll be diminished. You'll be buying $1 million worth of Bitcoin, so it'll get you one coin, or 100 million sats, or you'll be buying $500,000 worth for 500,000 sats, or 500.
Yeah.
50 million, I guess it is. Live and learn with Mike. Crypto right now is still at the beginning stages, just like how Microsoft was at the start. Still time to get in if you are not. Yeah, that's true.
And you're absolutely right, Mike, sorry. Because the ETFs that launched January last year, BlackRock, IBIT's ETF, has outperformed in its first year every ETF since the stock market was launched.
In inflows, I think.
In inflows.
Okay.
It's outproduced the gold market, silver, platinum, diamond market, all of it. It's outproduced it, for the amount of income that it's generated in 1 year. It's the number one stock of all time, IBIT. And that's why I think that, a lot of Wall Street, professionals are out there really pumping it right now. And I think that's why these nation states want to adopt it. That's why 25 US states want to adopt it. That's why banks are rushing in to adopt it now. And it's like a cog. If you watch the amount of Bitcoin being bought by the ETFs, every week it is more than the mining supply per Bitcoin per week. And it's like a cog. It's going around and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And these market manipulators can't hold it back for much longer. There's going to be a breakthrough. It's going to, snap, and you're going to see a big shoot up,
big spike,
of 10% in 1 day. You're going to see that happen this year in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Just make a comment here. So
shoot.
A buddy from England, he was asking me about, this maybe a month ago. Hey, how can I invest in, the government won't let them in England buy, I think, Bitcoin directly.
Yeah.
So I suggested IBKR, same as what you have. I have a account as well. And sure enough, he was able to get that downloaded, got it set up, got approved, and was able to buy his Misty on that. He could also buy MicroStrategy because he was able to get the US stocks. So that's a tip, guys. I believe you could probably do the same thing in Australia. meaning that in the UK and in Australia, they don't have Misty listed. You'd have to be able to get a platform where you can buy the US market,
which is IBKR.
Which is IBKR. So that's definitely one of them. I'm sure there's others, but that's the big one. I know it's safe. I use it. You use it. So
yeah.
It's but yeah, that was kind of good news. I was happy to hear that. He reported to me, yep, everything's working out fine. He's looking forward to his first Misty dividend this coming week. Okay, Marcana, just like publicly traded stocks that have a very small float, has very low trading volume. Correct. So many reserves that have charters that say we are holding for many years with zero selling. Yeah, and I think Mark's point is, what's going to happen when everyone takes that view, buy and hold? Do not sell your coins.
That's what these states are asking for.
Yeah.
They want to hold for a minimum of 5 years. Bitcoin.
Yeah.
25 states in the US are applying for this, and they're all put on their requisition. They want to buy and hold for 5 years. Well, if they're not going to sell for 5 years, that's going to make the price Bitcoin stay high for the next 5 years. If they're constantly investing 5 to 10% per year.
Yep. I think you'll see. I think Mark's point there's good to look at as an investor, because you got a diminishing asset and the people buying it do not want to sell it. So you're going to just see this tremendous price pressure upwards. And there'll always be coins for sale. It's just at what price?
Yeah.
So interesting times we live in. I think 25
fantastic times.
This year is the year you're going to see.
I am mega bullish right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've never been more bullish than 25. Robert Pierpont was watching a Bitcoin YouTuber earlier. He made the claim with some proof that XRP is easily manipulated by Ripple, which is who XRP is by. Yeah, so I don't touch XRP. I don't recommend it. I follow James Invest Answers. He has no use for it. And I know there's people say, well, the big banks are using it. They're going to adopt it. Well, time will tell. I don't believe they will. It's not an efficient medium, is my gathering of it. Again, I haven't done much research.
But I believe XRP and Solana will both get an ETF this year.
Yeah, I mean, you can have ETFs on, corn and cotton and anything else. Whether or not it's worthwhile investing in, time will tell. But Solana has a use case. It has overtaken Ethereum as the go-to, level one, I believe.
And Ethereum is a long way off their all-time high, which was over $4,000 a coin.
And a big part of that is the fact that Solana, people are realizing it's better than Ethereum for the use case. So,
well, the fees are a lot cheaper.
Faster transactions
and faster transactions.
More adoption. So, yeah. And again, it's an altcoin I don't spend a lot of time or effort on. It's part of the 1% of my portfolio, Solana. But yeah, that's all I'm doing with that. Jeff Torrillo, can I download Bitcoin on Google Play? It says you can. Your thoughts? I don't know much about Google Play.
You can download Tandem and you can download Coinbase.
Okay.
And use Coinbase as your trading platform or Robinhood, and then put it in a Tandem wallet.
Yeah.
That you can do and download on Google Play, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully that answers that. What's Duke doing these days? Big players like BlackRock will step in, be the market makers for liquidity. True. The trading fees are too lucrative. Yeah, if there's money to be made, the big boys will be in it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I still chuckle at Vanguard.
I do.
Not getting into the ETF on Bitcoin. And now it's been the biggest introduction BlackRock has had of any ETF they've introduced over there. And I think there was 400 and some approvals they obtained over the years for ETFs. And this is their biggest.
Yeah.
And Vanguard decided to sit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck to them. Robert Pierpont and Jeff Trio, you can download Bitcoin wallets, but you can't download Bitcoin itself on Google Play.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's what I was
there's
referring
a techie that
to.
knows what
Wallets.
he's doing. DJ on the bounce. Hopefully he got the right Misty. There is a new Canadian ETF using the same symbol, Misty, that'll be on the Canadian TSX stock exchange, I'm sure.
Okay.
So yeah, just watch out for the Canadian one. Doing the same thing, but different company exchange. Okay. So Yield Max out of the US is the Misty, is the one for the US market. Some other Canadian has used the same symbol up in Canada.
Yeah, using the same ticker.
Yep. Yeah. Jeff Trio, I'm watching videos on mining on Bitcoin. What do you think? It is real, or should I just buy instead? So I think his question there is, should you become a Bitcoin miner? And there's a lot of people that do. If you do that, they become part of a mining pool. Pretty hard for your 1 or 2 or 3 machines to get lucky and get a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Solving the mathematical puzzles. But when you're part of a massive group, you share equally in the coins you mine, you'll get a return. So that's what he's talking about. Now, you got to have cheap energy to do that. If you're paying too high a price for your electricity, there ain't any money doing it, guys.
I would only do it if I could run it on solar.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So then it's free energy.
Yeah. Other than your capital cost, I think your machines are running on the low side, 300 to $1,000, depending how fancy you go. But it's an interesting thing. Personally, most people, Jeff, you're better just buying. Buy your Bitcoin, hold on to it, versus investing in all the mining rigs and trying to getting part of a mining pool and then waiting for the returns.
Because I believe there's too many miners now.
Well, that just means there's a lot of exahash, which there is.
Over 800.
Yeah, but the more miners, the more secure the network is. Okay, so there is good and bad. And, hey, it's free enterprise, so you want to mine, good luck. And there have been stories where guys with, a few mining machines have actually got a Bitcoin. My God, like that's, now you're getting 100 grand. So that might be, a couple years, 3 years wages for some people.
Yeah.
Lucking in. Marcana, by the way, BlackRock quietly has purchased more than 5% of MicroStrategy outstanding shares.
I did see that on the news last week. Yes. But they had to declare it to the SEC. So with the new rules that came in, they had to declare it, any crypto holdings. And they bought an additional 1-point-something%, which now puts them at 5% market share in MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy B.
Strategy B.
Yeah.
So one thing too is Norway has, I think, the largest sovereign wealth fund on the planet.
Norway does.
Yeah, trillions. Okay. And they've taken every penny of that North Sea oil and put it into this sovereign wealth fund. So smart money managers. They're actually one of the biggest shareholders of MicroStrategy shares.
Really?
They have not bought Bitcoin for their fund. They've bought the shares of MicroStrategy. So that was an interesting when I found that out.
So Larry Fink buying 5% of MicroStrategy, he must think that something big's about to happen. That guy don't put his money anywhere unless he thinks he's going to make a damn good return on it.
Well, and MicroStrategy has been issuing a lot of shares lately to do what?
Buy more Bitcoin.
To buy more Bitcoin. And they're getting a premium on their shares to do this. So all the shareholders are actually end up getting more and more Bitcoin the longer they're invested in it, which, per share I'm talking. So that's interesting. Also, Strategy B, I guess they call it now, has issued these dividend-paying shares. That money's going in to buy more Bitcoin. So I think we're going to hear some announcements coming up this week about more Bitcoin buys. So
I think so. Today, I'll be very interested to see if Saylor buys more Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I think the share price of MicroStrategy is has been depressed.
Yes.
You know, and I think whether it's being manipulated or not, but it's like the wound up spring, man. It's going to jump.
Like I was talking about.
Yeah, once Bitcoin, it will track Bitcoin price. So once Bitcoin shoots to 110, 120, 130, you're going to see MicroStrategy just take off. That's my view. Interesting. And then the big boys do own it for that reason, guys. They're not stupid. Robert Pierpont, Ethereum gas fees are insane. Correct. I have like $10 of ETH in a wallet and can't move it because it costs more to move it to another wallet than it's worth.
Yeah, that's the problem with these.
Yeah. So he's saying, you know, I got $10, guys. If I want to move it to a different wallet, they're going to charge me 15. Well, that's more than I got.
Exactly.
So that's crazy. Yeah, that's now Solana, that would be pennies.
Yeah.
Less than pennies, maybe. So that's why Solana's taken off. DJ on the bounce. I mined a bunch back in the early days. Well, there you go. He's been a miner. Still run an old miner off my solar setup during the summer. Free money. Good for you. Most places, if you have to pay for electricity, it isn't going to pay enough. Yeah.
No, that's what I believe.
Yeah. If you're in a condo or you're in a situation.
Because these mining rigs, they use a hell of a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing it on free energy,
no,
you're actually losing money.
My brother was in a apartment building one time, and his monthly payment included the hydro. I said, get in there, get mining Bitcoin. No. He didn't know nothing about it. He didn't want to get, rock the boat. But yeah, that would have worked. Live and learn with Mike. Two great guys to watch and learn about crypto on YouTube are Levi and Stock Mo. Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yep. I'll check them out. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I will too. Alfa Romeo, good morning, gents. I'm always happy to buy Bitcoin on the recent dips and hold long term.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who's going to retire early. Keep it up.
Yep.
Romeo. DJ on the bounce. Miners also collect a portion of the transaction fees as they calculate the chain. Not a huge return, but every penny helps.
It does.
Miners are important.
And Clean Spark went up above $12 when I sold.
Okay. So you did sell it.
Oh, yeah. It's
okay.
Gone.
So you're gone
rid
now.
of it. Yeah.
Oh, well done. Well done. You got in that. You made money on that, actually.
I did. I made money on it. Yeah.
Jeff Trio, I heard Chase Bank is into Bitcoin. Is that true? And if so, I'll open a Bitcoin account.
I have no idea. Is my reply.
Yeah, most of the banks are either in it or getting in it because they realize, hey, that's where the trend's headed. And it's funny, guys, it's like these sovereign wealth funds. It's like the states in the US with their Bitcoin reserves. You don't want to be the last guy to the table.
Yeah.
If everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon, what do they know that I don't? And you don't want to be caught offside. The pension funds, once you see one of them go in, man, they're going to follow because they don't want to be left behind. Yeah. Yeah. The end of the year comes, they got to report the results. Bitcoin took off. The other guys have done way better. We're sitting here, sucking our thumb. Nobody's going to invest with you.
Yeah.
What you guys do wrong? Why aren't you up there with the others? Well, that's the reason. So, yep. Richard Woolley, Bitcoin is up and down like a yo-yo at the moment. That's volatility.
That is
volatility. Volatility is my friend. Hopefully it's yours. So when these big payouts for Misty occur, it's because of volatility. So that's it can be your friend if you know how to utilize it correctly, guys. Yeah. But it is, Richard's right. It is up and down. If you've got a weak stomach, you don't maybe necessarily want to, because you might not sleep. But if you just realize, hey, buy it and forget it, go to bed, sleep, get up, 5 years from now, you'll be happy you did that. Robert Pierpont, one of my brokers had an article from an analyst that now has a $560 price target for Bitcoin. Well, maybe that was like 12 years ago.
It probably means 560,000.
Yeah, I would hope so. But yeah, that might have been a price target 12 years ago.
Yeah.
But
when Bitcoin went over 1,000 for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to fall back to 560.
Yeah.
Robert Pierpont. Oh, I mean for MicroStrategy. Okay. So,
yeah.
That's
so
more
560 like price target for MicroStrategy.
Yeah, and that's not quite a double from today, but that's about a 65% increase. So, so that would put Bitcoin probably around $1.50.
Yeah.
$1.25 to about. See, I think MicroStrategy will be levered to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up 50%, I could see MicroStrategy doubling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More than 50% increase. So. Tim P, good day, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. I hope you folks are well. We are. I almost forgot about the stream, being preoccupied watching the Super Bowl. Correct. Third quarter, 24-0, Eagles and Chiefs. We got it on here in the background, so we can kind of
second down with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So
third quarter still, 9 minutes left. So there's still lots of time.
And they're sitting about the 45-yard line.
Geez, Philly's got the ball. If they score on this one, Coop.
I know.
Alfa Romeo, go Eagles, go. Yeah, I'm cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Tim P says, I'm with you on that one, Alpha. And that's about all we got time for today. That's the last comment. Okay. So we're going to wrap it up because we do our Monday breakfast at Route 66. So see everybody there that cares to come and join us. We have a fantastic time. Good group of us. Last Monday, we had about a dozen of us there, and good laugh, good conversations, talking about retirement and life and crypto. So until next live stream, which will be Wednesday at 8 a.m. and then Saturday at 8 p.m. I will be talking to Singh later on today and seeing which day works for him best, either Wednesday or Saturday. And because I know a lot of people have got questions in regards to taxation in Thailand. They got questions about immigration. They got questions about different visa categories. And he is the man that can answer it all. He is an agent and he speaks fluent Thai and English. And he's the one that you and I use, and a lot of our subscribers. And everybody's given him a 5-star review. I've never seen a bad review about Singh.
No, not on Singh.
So until then,
can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
Here? Like Tesla's on sale. Like it's dropping. It dropped last week quite a bit. And if it opens again lower this week, I'm going to be doing some Tesla buys.
I did. I bought some more last week.
I might switch some MicroStrategy into Tesla because, you know, Tesla's so low and it's a AI play, guys. That's what it is. So just a little heads up on that. Monitor it, watch, do your research on it. You know, if there's an entry level you like, you might want to look at some.
That's where my whole bag is, AI and crypto.
Yeah, ditto.
That's it. So just say our goodbyes. Richard Woolley says, thanks guys. Thanks, Richard. And thank you, Richard and Tim, for both being channel members. Much appreciated. And having that badge next to your name.
Hit the like button. Help make Darlene smile, guys.
Yeah. And Scott Green says, go Mighty Bulldogs. Woof, woof.
Scotty Jean from New Zealand.
It's not looking good right now. Or the Kansas City.
Oh, he got it. Yes.
Yeah, but he missed the end zone by about 2 yards.
That's okay. We're down there.
5 yards. 5 yards short of the end zone. Okay, and that's all we got time for. So until next time.
Tim P agreed on Tesla.
Yeah, whatever you do, stay tuned.